I like interaction, like a conversation, not monologue. You're active?
What's right and what's wrong?
Yes. So like moral values, yes. What do you think is ethicals in a corporate world or at work? How would you associate that? Okay, let's say every single institution has an ethical code, a code of ethics. So every single institution, like countries, governments, religions, have a moral code that everyone has to follow, because every single person has different ideas of what is the moral code. So for some people, morality means different than what means for us. So in general lines, each company or each institution will draft it and ask you to kind of keep it safe or protect it or follow it. So for example, sometimes it will be some ridiculous ideas, like maybe tidying up your desk after you leave. That's also an ethical thing, because you're giving example to your colleagues. You want to treat the other person the way you would like to be treated. So that's in general lines what is relying with the ethical code, because you want to be kind and treat everyone the same you would like to be treated. And I don't think anyone would like to be mistreated or, be treated badly, unless there is something wrong with you, and that's due to be discussed with your psychotherapist or psychiatrist or something. But in general lines, everything has to be a fair exchange and be balanced. So I have an opinion that everything in this world has to be a fair exchange. So you give and you receive, including love. So I know it sounds transactional, but it has to be a fair exchange. So you love somebody and it's expected for them to love you back. Because if you just give love or, give your time or like give money or whatever the exchange is, then you'll feel used. And you'll walk away at a certain point. So the balance will be broken, and they will create a chain of reactions. And it's the same thing. If you just receive, you will be a user, and the other person will be a loser. Yeah. So this is why the rules in the companies and the rules in the world are made for us to kind of follow them and have the fair exchange. That's why the rules are made in the country. That's why we have police, to make sure they balance the scores in a way. I've seen that there was a slide about AI. So what do you think about AI? Because it's something very interesting. It puts you on alert. You're studying something. And some of you are concerned that this AI might take your job. So you might be worried that you're kind of wasting your time. So what do you think about it? You're using AI, you're using ChatGPT to edit your assignments, aren't you? How do you think AI will impact your future? Because you're the one that will interact with, mostly. You're the one that will, launch it in a way, enforce it. Yes?
Can I add just something? If you don't know how to use AI, or if you don't give them any input, it is really bringing you something very, very narrow and shallow. So that's why when people are thinking about just, okay, I can do it with AI. AI is a learning algorithm still. I don't know in the future what it's going to be, but this is a learning algorithm, and if you do not feed it well, it is becoming really stupid idea.
Yes.
And it can create an information.
Yeah.
It can put you in a very bad situation. So this is the problem with the AI.
Yeah. Can I share my political story? So I come from Moldova. It's a very tiny country in Eastern Europe. It's sandwiched between Ukraine and Romania. And in September, last year in November and this year in September, we had elections. So I was one of the few people that was directly involved in elections because we had a guerrilla war with Russia. What a guerrilla war with Russia means is, it means that Russia was interfering into our elections. They were doing deep fakes. I'm sure you all seen movies and things like that. They were doing propaganda, creating chaos so that the pro-Russian party wins the election so they can hold influence within my country. So I was one of the persons that managed teams to fight the propaganda and educate the world, educate the nation in taking the right decision on their votes. So there was two things. So there was a pro-European party and pro-Russian party. So the pro-Russian party was spending hundreds of millions of euros in feeding the propaganda and the deep fakes, and there was a lot of specialists that were using AI tools to create damage to the country. So even though that you think that AI doesn't have really much influence, and obviously we just use ChatGPT and Gemini and like little tools, a lot of people are already using that to gain power and inflict influence and control in a way. And this is one thing that you will have to embrace and learn. So AI can build businesses for you. So it's very important for you to do research and see which direction is this going into and embrace it, use it, learn it, like do your extracurriculars, as I said last time, because what you learn here at the university is the basics. So you're here to learn the basics, the foundation, integrate in a group, so you'll get your friends and learn the kind of the politics of the group, of the community. Also learn the ethicality of the community, because you'll have to interact with each other and have fair exchanges, helping each other, maybe exchange information and stuff. But also understand that the world is bigger than what you know, and you have to go out there and hunt for knowledge. So AI is probably like any AI course that you would see out there, you can register and learn it, because it's your new tool to build you from like a simple ordinary manager or simple ordinary employees, build you into a Superman. Because by using that, it enhances your abilities 10 times more.
You don't have your hat today.
Oh, yes, I said I change all the time. And that's also, it's a strategic planning. Because what happens is, I'm playing with AI a lot, so I use artificial intelligence for almost everything. It's my new toy. So one thing that AI will do in the next couple of years, maybe like less than a year, will be able to predict our behavior. So I do executive coaching as well, so that's like a part-time job. So I train CEOs, directors into changing their patterns in a way. So what happens with them is that, I'll give you the Donald Trump's explanation. So Donald Trump is very famous for being erratic, chaotic, taking impulsive decisions. All that is strategic because he doesn't want to be, predictable. Because if he develops a pattern of predictability, then the opposition will be able to read what his next step. So it's the same with everyone, yeah? So today I'll wear something else, tomorrow you'll see me wearing something else, and so on and so on. It's like a change of behavior, which I pattern it, intentionally, not to be able to be predictable. It's called personal branding, so you have to sell your personal branding to the company that will hire you. Do you want us to talk about that? Did you use AI for that? Gemini is good. But even though that you used it, you still have to, because once you go into the real life and pass the interview, you'll know what is happening there. And there is another thing, when a person interviews you, they're certified They're qualified in different fields, including neuro-linguistic programming. So when he will ask you the question about what's written in your CV or in your cover letter, they will watch your eyes and they will understand if you lie or not. So that's the disadvantage of you using AI in drafting the cover letter, because people have patterns in saying the truth and saying the lie, and a certified interviewer will know if your cover letter is drafted like randomly, and if that's your skills or you're just inventing it. So,
yes. In all my cover letters, as you did, I always mention about the desired criteria.
the passion that you hold.
Yeah, desired criteria, and also first essential criteria, and then the desired criteria. Both of them, I try to get involved. So this is, for example, my strategy in my cover letters.
Okay. Anyone else, guys? I think it's an excellent cover letter. What I think you should add a little bit more about the company's background, so you show that you're knowledgeable about it. So you know everything about them. You're like an ambassador of Amazon Prime. And many times when the HR director read the CVs, they skim through it, so they read it on a diagonal. If they see too many I, they kind of disconsider it a little bit. So try to replace the I with something else, or just remove it completely. But use more of the background of the company, because they will appreciate that you know everything about them. They appreciate your knowledge. That means that you're already like one step forward, so they don't need to give you the training in a way. So they take you as advanced in a way. So instead of you describing like one particular movie, like you can remove one particular movie, just say Amazon is like worldwide, like predominating company, this kind of million of views, and it's the best user, like user friendly and all that stuff. And this will give you credibility, because that's also part of your passion. You're passionate about them. What else would we add or remove? Yes.
Probably say work experience, because you said you're passionate about it. I wasn't sure, but you said you have experience like singing and stuff at the church and everything. That's good, but you have to make it relevant with like marketing to Amazon. Like, of course you're passionate about it, but how does that help you translate your skills?
Yes.
With Amazon?
So maybe you can say that because I was singing at the church and I have the artistic side, I also have the people skills. So with my talents, I would invite or kind of promote the church. So like, because you were adding value to your super skills of your artistic side was adding value to the institution, and by that you were inviting more friends, or your friends will come to see you and see the meetings and stuff. So yes, that's a very good point. Well done. Anything else? No, that's very good. Well done. I think it's a very good cover letter, and if you add more about the company and translate your skills into the employability part, which is you can add value in marketing and promoting and inviting more clients, or you have a secret in how to invite more clients and followers onto the app. You didn't add any skills in kind of AI or So like the next like the employability skills, the next wave. So every 10 years there is a list of virtues or feature skills that you need to have to get employed. Did you talk about that today?
A little bit, but AI is a slippery floor for us to talk. But in general, what we always remind
Yeah.
to us and to students is that AI can generate or
Yeah.
can make up information, and it is dangerous. Even for your cover letter, if they put something there.
Yeah,
and
so like
it's
you
not-
can say tech educated. I'm tech educated. It's a very nice term. I'm tech educated because they like. You can have all the skills of the world, and people's skills are very important because you're still interacting with humans for the next year or two. But if you're not tech educated and you don't know how to do your Excel spreadsheets or like draft or like a report or anything like that, it might kind of downgrade your personal branding. And that's one skill that is necessary for the next kind of next generation, for your generation. So tech educated is very important, like anything about tech. Starting from social media up to drafting reports and using all the Excel and Word and PowerPoints and all that stuff, because you learn that this year together with your CVs and stuff. So it's a skill that you'll need it. Listen, I can see you're a little bit tired. So why don't we talk about things that you're interested? Let's take advantage of my presence here and talk about things that you're interested. Because I'm happy to share my knowledge, and it's one in a lifetime opportunity. You'll not see me again, unless you see me on TV or the newspaper.
I hear you mean that, so people are competing with each other.
Yeah, they're ambitious.
Here's a nurturing environment,
Yeah.
so I prefer better. I prefer here.
Yes. Well,
It was my challenge.
It's the university you're studying at gives you a lot of privileges, because I studied in Eastern Europe and we had this competitive attitude as well. So you're very privileged and comfortable because you have all the necessary information, the updated information, and like you're going with the information that is now. I studied in 2016 the information from '99, so it was a waste. That was a waste of my time. But in general lines, guys, don't be comfortable, because comfort produces nothing. And if you want to be the architect of your life and draft your life and build something. Doesn't matter if you build business or you're simple employees and you build something within that company or that job, you still have to have the ambition and the courage. I know this is your first venture outside your home, so you're a little bit, confused. You don't know how to do it and what to do it, but asking questions is one of the first feature, because even stupid questions are good, because if you ask a stupid question, you'll get the feedback and you'll know that maybe you have to kind of change the mindset or go and learn about things. I ask stupid questions all the time. I actually have a kind of a theory. I said we need silly things in life because my life is quite, very not bureaucratic, but it's very businessy. It's a lot of serious people. So when you deal with a lot of serious people, it becomes a little bit boring. So I will ask a stupid question just to make people laugh, or or laugh with myself. Like I said, I have a small head. I can't hear you upstairs. So things like that. So
last time you mentioned you started by selling fur coats,
Yes.
right? Okay, when was the first time you faced a challenge and thought maybe this might not work?
Oh, with the first collection. So I didn't have the money to buy the collection. It's a very funny story. So I didn't have the money, but I had jewelries. So I went to the supplier and I said, I chose the collection, and I say, I have this much money, and I give you my passport and the jewelry, which is equivalent of the fur coats that is outstanding. So I partially paid, and the rest I left my passport and the jewelry as a deposit for the collection. Then I sent it to Eastern Europe, sold it, got the cash and the profits, and repaid back and got my passport. The person that was like 17 years ago. The owner of the factory never had such an incident. Actually, this is a fur coat from the same shop. So I still go there sometimes and choose stuff for myself and my friends. But they were quite impressed. So sometimes I will delay with payments, for example. But because I was ethical, I paid on time as I promised. Then they would give me stocks, sometimes without even paying the full amount. So that was a challenge. And obviously I was stressed because I needed to sell the fur coats as soon as possible so I can get the profits and the cash to repay the factory.
So 17 years ago, you must have been quite young. Would they not have thought of you as a joke?
Yes, so I was a joke all the time. So I emigrated when I was 18 years old, like your age, to Europe, and I was like young and skinny and child looking like, so I couldn't find a job because the people will not take me seriously. But you have your challenge, you never give up, and you find one job, and then you develop your persona, because my persona is bigger than my body. So when I enter in a place, last time I've seen you, I landed from South Africa. So I was there for 48 hours. And everywhere I go, I took a friend out and we entered in a private members area. So I entered like I owned the place and they served me. So my charisma and my persona is bigger than my body. And that was developed with the challenges of people not taking me seriously, because I could see, okay, I have a small liability. I am a woman in the men's business in General Lines today, but at that time I was just a little girl, child looking, because I look young now, but I was looking younger then. So I have this liability. How do I kind of develop myself and my mind into the right persona for people to take me serious? So I had to develop my attitude, so which is an extension of me. So that's the result, the way I dress up. I'm eccentric. It's a feature skill. And then I have this grandiose behavior. It comes with the inhibition of being like not taken seriously. I'm still not taken seriously, and it's fun because for example, I have a company that I manage builders, and they're 2 meters tall. So I go there, and they look at me, and it's like, what does she want? So I had a conflict with one of the construction managers last week, because I sent them the new way they have to build the building. And then his colleague says, well, Johnny is irritated, is annoyed. And I say, of course he is annoyed. Nobody likes to have a child looking like woman going and telling them how to do their job. But they will have to do it because I'm paying them. Otherwise they get fired. So, the persona comes. If you have a liability, you think, okay, what do I need to develop in order to cover that handicap, if you'd call it. I love myself. I like my personality. I like the petite version of me. But I had to build the strong, tough persona in order to go out there and build the world, or build my world. Yeah.
This is the untold story side of business and management, actually. So it's really good to just sit up the C-suites and just talk about all these theories and everything, but the reality is something different.
Yes, it's all hard work.
Thank you so much for coming.
Yeah, you're welcome. So everything is hard work, but you should know that the persona you develop, because every single person has 2 personas. So I will tell you about mine, because you don't trust me, so you don't want to be vulnerable. So I'll show you about my story, and then maybe it clicks something in your head. So I have 2 personas. I have the power lady. I will not say the second word because it's I have to be politically correct. So I have the power persona, which is the woman that you see now, that is managing things and bossing people around, and the powerful woman. And then I have the little Valerie, which is my inner child. So the little Valerie will be with the friends, with the family in a safe environment. But the little Valerie cannot manage the businesses, because if the little Valerie goes out there into this construction site with 30 builders and try with, like, even the voice has to be changed. If the little Valerie goes there insecure and say, oh, I'm really sorry, but you need to change this wall, nobody will take me serious. So I have to go there with a predominant, like very dominant voice and tell them, listen, you screwed up and you have to remove this wall and fix it back because it's not correct. And if you don't do it, I either fire you or you pay for the repairs or something like that, because you know that's how the business works, and that's how this like the wild area works. So once you come out of university, you will see that world, because it's like it's full of interesting characters with their personas, and then you'll have to kind of see, okay, so I have faults here. I need to understand myself and understand that persona, see what's their core values, because everything is about core values. We talked about it last time. Yeah. I have a friend, he's also in real estate. He has a very successful company in Greece. And my friend is shorter than me. So we went out clubbing, and I say, oh gosh, like it's the two midgets came out clubbing, because everyone was tall and, you know, I couldn't see anyone. And he said, what are you talking, Valeria? I'm the tallest man in this club. So at the end, he had two tall ladies, like buying them drinks and things like that. So his attitude made him tall. And nobody observed the fact that he's short, because he knows how to, you know, cover up his liability. So it's a good skill. How do you do that? If you're interested, how do you develop the powerful persona? You have to educate yourself and go out there and deep in the deep waters. Challenge. Because comfort will produce nothing. If you sit here and just do your homework and you don't go out there and experiment, if you don't go out there and fail, then you might not be able to see the reality of the world. Yes. Thank you. Well, thank you for wonderful listening. I'm sorry you didn't have any chance to share. Thank you for sharing the cover letter. I think I will let you be. Yeah. Have a good day.
It's really very important.
Thank you. Thank you. Well, I hope I've been useful.
Of course.
Well, have a good holiday, guys, and fingers crossed with good marking for your assignments.
Thank you.
Thank you. See you next semester, guys.